Hello and welcome to my Halloween version of Ask Live. How are you guys? Sister Gina here, or Sister Regina if you want to use my mother's name. And boy, this brought a lot of memories back to me from very brief Catholic school experience in first grade, kindergarten and first grade. And I do remember being told by the priest my mom's name was Regina, which meant queen. And so therefore, since she kind of cut my name, cut her name down and named me Gina, that must have meant princess, even though we couldn't find it anywhere, like biblical references or anything regarding that. So, hey, here we are. It's Halloween, and I kind of last minute decided to get dressed at my work today. We had a really fun event with everyone dressing up, so kind of pulled this out of the closet. I know that sounds funny and possible, highly likely that Gina would pull this out of her closet. So it was actually my daughter's, and I borrowed it, a little nun outfit, and it was really fun today to dress up. So I thought it's going to be an interesting night because a lot of people are going to be out or doing Halloween things or parties or whatever. Kind of laying low and having a normal day. I guess it's kind of a normal day to dress, I don't know, dressed up in a nun's outfit. Nothing seems normal to me. Hi. Hi, Fran. How are you? Yeah, here I am. I've got my beautiful rosary beads, my Italian rosary beads with me. I was blessing people all day long. So there's many things I learned in my upbringing in the Catholic Church, and ritual is very important. So I like to say I have a ritual too, that I show up here every Wednesday, no matter what, to talk to you guys. I will pray for you. Today all day I was just walking around with all of our clients and all of our staff just saying, bless you, my child. It was kind of fun, and I could kind of see really, in a serious note, the joy of how someone who takes the cloth might feel in being a person who's always sharing their spiritual desire and hope for everyone. That part felt really good. And so, with none of the guilt and none of the shame and none of the things that I may have struggled with spiritually, just being a person who was blessing and wishing the best for people and praying for them, that was kind of nice. So I didn't mind that at all. So I didn't know, thank you, Fran, for showing up here with me. I didn't know if anyone would show up, and I don't have my hair to play with, so I'm going to play with my habit instead. Thank you for saying that's sort of what I'm doing. I'm trying very hard to share my experience, my strength, my hope, my beliefs, not religious beliefs, but beliefs in how to live as a human being happier and healthier and well. So I'll tell you a few things on this night of Halloween where we're tackling the subject of holidays. I thought we're now going to start into that race of all the holidays, and maybe I should stop for a moment, have a conversation with you all about it, because I know oftentimes the holidays, as much as I might look forward to them, they're also troubling for me. And I wonder if that's hard to talk about, So while I'm doing all this soul searching, yeah, right? Like it seems like, oh, it's so great and it's so wonderful and magical. Hi, George. How are you? Bless you, my son. It's also difficult if you have conflict in your families, or if you're estranged from your family, or you're estranged from your spouse or your children. There's so many forms of families now where you really can have a sense of loss or feeling left out. Those of you who have an intact family and great relationships with your kids, hi Elisa, with your family of origin, which is your parents and your siblings and your cousins and everybody else, God bless you. That is great. You like my nun outfit, Elisa? I pulled this off all day today. I don't know how. It was kind of fun. So I kept saying, oh my God, a lot. And then I thought, am I supposed to say that? And I kept blessing myself. So Oh my gosh, who's on here? Hi, Vanessa. It's hard to wear my glasses with this, so I'm going to do this and really be like an old lady. I am blessed. Thank you, Barry. Pretty nun, thank you. Trying to be a nice nun too. So I wanted to tackle the holidays. Lots of things come up for me pre-holidays. First of all, I start thinking of the most important people in my life that I've lost that won't be here. The greatest of those is my father. So coming close to this holiday, it's been 2 years now, but it's really hard to stomach. He was a big space. He filled a great space in the room. He was very charismatic and funny and so lighthearted, and he all made us feel like we were all just so loved and everything was great and everything was right in the world. Hi, Lynn. How are you? And hi, Anna. It's Anna, right? Hi, Anna Schmidt. Hey, John. How's it going? I thought I'd dress up for y'all. I was dressed like this all day at work today. It's quite comfortable to wear a habit, by the way, if you ever want to try it. So I am tackling holidays. I am starting to talk about my own journey into the holidays. Listen, it's not that easy for everyone. No, not all of us have a perfect family where everybody gets along and we all gather around the table at Thanksgiving and we're all so grateful. Some of us have tension and conflict. Some of us have been in arguments with our family. Some of us are estranged from members of our family. So you go to a family gathering and, oh, we all are sitting together, but you have this weirdness with this one sibling of yours that you haven't quite fixed or repaired your relationship. Hello, Lynn. John saying happy Halloween to you. So you guys, I want to hear from you. Hey, Jackie, I want to hear from you. What do you do when you have that difficulty? Maybe you haven't talked to your mom for a long time. Maybe you're angry at her. Maybe your father abandoned you. Maybe your sibling's a real jerk and has been crude, has been rude, disrespectful. Maybe they stole, lied, cheated. I mean, these are things that happen in families, whether we want to admit them or not, right? So catch up with me. Tell me, do you have those conflicts in family? And so that when you start edging into the holidays and you start seeing all of those wonderful ads all over the television of every family member, just everyone gathers around the table and just loves each other. God bless you, literally. If you have that, that is such an amazing gift and a miracle, because most families have conflict on some level, even minor conflict. Some have huge conflict where they don't see each other. They don't celebrate and share holidays together anymore. So how are you dealing with that if you're one of those people? I have a lot of that, so I want to hear from you. Hey, Natalie, love the costume. So happy to see you and be able to catch you live before trick-or-treating. Aw, have fun, Natalie. That'll be amazing. So many ads for alcoholics, right? I tend to try not to spend but an hour, so limited time is crucial. Perfect. So as you know, if you're a recovering addict or alcoholic and your family members are not, or your family members are actually still afflicted, hi, Renee, and you have, it's my costume just for tonight. So I'm hoping we're all going to get spiritual healing tonight with me and our prayers and my rosary. So if you have that family that has those alcoholic family members and you're a sober person, going back to the holidays can be really, really painful. They're hooting and hollering it up and they're doing their usual. There's usually drunk Uncle Al, who's over there in the corner and being a lush and being rude and starting a fight or a problem with somebody. And you show up in your sobriety and trying to maintain and being gracious and being of service. And it's really uncomfortable. So yes, I am. And they all drink. Exactly, right? Hi, Renee from Monroe, Georgia. It's good to see you again. So how do we limit our time? How do we decide what's right for us? Is there a divine intervention here, right? Is it wrong for you not to spend time with family member that doesn't make you feel good and doesn't make you feel whole and healthy about yourself? Absolutely not, you guys. It is time to reinvent the holidays. It is time to show different pictures on the TV where it's just not getting together with your family, but it's getting together with your family of choice, getting together with friends, getting together with people from work that are your friends or your peers, people that support you, show up for you on a daily basis, express their love to you, show kindness to you, open their homes, open their heart. When you're suffering and you're struggling and you're hurting and you have a problem, who do you lean on? I want you to think of those people. See, those are the people that you can gather at your Thanksgiving table. It doesn't have to look perfect. It doesn't have to be mom and dad and the kids and the 2 dogs and the cat. Okay? In my house, it looks really different every year. That's what's so funny. It's never even actually consistent. And we have had friends. I had a breakfast, which I'm thinking I'm going to reinstate this year, but I used to do a pajama breakfast and invite all my friends because I thought the people that love me and show up for me really the most on a daily basis, not that my family doesn't, but really consistently are my friends. And I value those friendships. The people that were there and held my hand through my cancer scare and those horrifying months were my friends, 100%. My family was there. My family let me know if I needed them or if they were needed, that I could reach out. My friends didn't wait for that invitation. They just showed up. So that's the difference. So let me hear from you. Who are the people that you would gather at your Thanksgiving table? If you weren't worried about offending mom or brother or cousin Bob or Julie or Aunt Susie or whatever, and you just thought, who are the people I want to break bread with? Tell me who those people would be. I say this to my clients daily. Good, Ashley. I'm so glad. Yes, I'm getting real preachy. We have to do what's best for our own sanity. I invite friends who are in the same situation as myself. That's beautiful. I love it. And it's not just Thanksgiving. It goes on into Christmas. It actually is even tonight at Halloween. Maybe you're home. Like once we get older, we don't all go out. We definitely probably don't go out trick-or-treating unless we have kids. We might attend parties and things like that. This year, I think, was the first year we didn't actually have a party to go to. And that was fine because I had fun dressing up, and going to work and stuff. But it, again, got me thinking about who do I spend my time with? I no longer feel that sense of obligation to spend time with my family if it is family members that don't bring me joy, that don't respect, don't really know me, don't really care to get to know me, are very superficial, are very unavailable, actually don't make any efforts to be any part of my life or to show up for me in any way, then I no longer feel obligated to spend time with them because it's not, my heart is not called to do that. And it's alleviating the guilt for you guys. I know we're taught and it's preached that it's like family is thicker than water or blood or whatever. Somebody tell me the reference. But it almost makes you feel like you can never let them go. And truth be told, there's a lot of family members that are toxic for you, that don't love and respect you, that they're there and they love you out of obligation, but they don't show they don't show love in real tangible ways. When you need them, they don't show up. When they speak to you, they're often critical or competitive with you. Do you have those family members that get competitive with you? Like, oh, you got that? Well, now we're just buying a new home, or we just got this great, fabulous job, or, we have the best whatever, I don't know, PTA association on the planet. Whatever your family is competitive with you about, that's a cue for you. That's not coming from a loving place, okay? And a lot of times family members get jealous of each other and competitive with each other. Well, that's not love. And why do I want to sit around that? And why do I want to celebrate a day of joy and gratitude, especially Thanksgiving, where it's a day to just embrace gratitude? I know the implications of it, if you want to go way back with our horrible hostage taking of our Native Americans and, overthrowing and just taking up space and land and stuff. Now, outside of that, okay, historically, is the symbolism of it is to break bread. So let's think about it only from the aspect of breaking bread, okay? Hi, Marla, how are you? Like my nun outfit? Pretty cool, huh? It's actually so comfortable I would wear it again. Okay, let me see what you're saying. Elisa, my family isn't around. I have recovery friends only. Peace. Beautiful. Jackie, that is awesome, Lisa. Good. I love that you love each other and support each other in this. I don't have family nor friends. Sarah, okay. Well, friends are something that I had to work at quite a bit to build. Elisa, I don't feel good enough for my family because I'm open with my addiction and my recovery. Marla, looking holy. Thanks, Marla. So I always think, what is the measure of good enough? Sometimes our family members have set such impossible standards for us, or they do this thing, which I hate, is they keep judging you on your past. So it's like a book that you're reading. Let me see what I can find here. Oh, perfect. Return to Love. That's a perfect book to be reading by Marianne Williamson. You can't see it because it's such a glare. Let me go this way. There we go. Return to Love. So your family members are here in your history, and they refuse to turn the page. They refuse to see you in your present. They keep saying, well, you always did this. You used to do that. I remember the time that you, and they're holding you hostage to your past, to maybe mistakes or errors or faults or flaws that you had in your past that you feel now you've worked on, and you feel you've improved and you feel better about yourself and healthier, and they're still holding you hostage to who you used to be. It is really important that we take our own inventory and say, you can keep measuring me by that stick and that barometer, but turn the page. That's not who I am anymore. And you either catch up or I get going. I don't need to be in relationship with someone who's going to continually beat me over the head with a stick of pain and shame and punishment because of things that I did. Yes, I did those things. Yes, they were painful things. And yes, I've forgiven myself. It's the only way I'm going to move forward. If you can forgive me, great. If you can't, then we really can't have a healthy relationship and be present in each other's lives. What do you think? I rock now, not perfect, and that is totally okay. That's right, Elisa. Jackie, I really get uncomfortable when they judge me about the past and become filled with shame and regret. Okay, so tell me that. Hi, Tiffany Fellows. How are you? It's so nice to see you here. It's another friend of mine through my circle of friends through school, through my kids going through school together. So I know it's funny. Y'all are either getting ready to go out trick-or-treating, or you didn't have a party to go to like me, and you're sitting here going, what the heck is Gina doing in this nun outfit, and what is she talking about? Because I want to jump in on that party. Happy Halloween, Kelly. So I want to say to Jackie, we're talking about holidays, how you walk into the holidays, how do you deal with family conflict. Hi, Tammy Horowitz. What's up? Are you guys, that's another friend of mine from another organization. So one's from school, and this from NCL, the National Charity League that we used to be sisters on, I'm going to say, to use my sister reference. It's good to see you guys. I'm talking about holidays, stressful or peaceful. So now, give me a little thumbs up or send a heart. Have they been peaceful for you? Send the hearts. If they've been stressful for you, send a thumbs down or a face down or whatever. No kids, plenty of candy, binge eating. Awesome. I now have the house locked up because I'm here with you guys, and I'm going to go crazy. And my dogs are going to go crazy barking if they incessantly keep knocking on the door. So it's all locked down and dark at my house right now. This is the only light is in this room. So I see lots of hearts. So going into the holidays peaceful, and I see some thumbs, and I see some sad faces that holidays are stressful. Let's stop judging each other. Let's stop thinking all of us have to have that picture perfect, poster perfect holiday table, holiday meal, holiday decorations, perfect family with no conflict, no strife, no whatever. Let's start opening up the possibility that we're human and we are so flawed that that's almost an impossible thing to ask of any family. It is great when the holidays go smooth and you have those families that are so tight-knit that you love each other, that you always want to be together. But again, as I said earlier, a lot of us don't have that. A lot of us have parts of our families that are no longer gathering together, that no longer relate. Maybe we've had divorces and separations, and we have multiple families now that we're kind of torn between. So I say to you, have grace with yourself. Have love and patience and grace with yourself and say, what is my heart called to do? Who do I want to break bread with? Where do I feel the most joy? And in whose company do I feel that joy? And if it's not in the company of your family, it can be in the company of your friends. And sometimes it's in the company of strangers. Like for some of you, as you mentioned, like not really having friends to hang out with or relate to, I think, was that you, Kelly? Is going and volunteering, like getting up the morning and going volunteering on Thanksgiving to feed the homeless in the homeless shelter. I love that. That's amazing. And that's so fun and it lifts your heart. Or going to stock at the food banks and going to stock shelves for the homeless. Something. Being of service somewhere or going to a church and being of service. Whatever you need to do. Thanks, Terry. It's my little nun outfit. Whatever you need to do to get out of your own head and to not set yourself up to feel like it's going to be miserable being around my family. I don't feel happy around them. I feel less than. And how we were talking about earlier, who was it? It wasn't Elisa. It was Jackie, right? Becoming filled with shame and regret. When your family keeps measuring you to your past, it's reigniting the feeling of shame that you're already carrying. So first you got to unpack that feeling of shame. First you have to say to yourself, this is what I did, but it's not who I am. And it's not what I'm doing now. This is what I did in the past. It's not who I am, and it's not what I'm doing now. The person that I am now, I love and respect. And I want the people in my life to love and respect me too. So if the people in my life don't love and respect this person who's honorable, who's showing up with dignity and grace and loyal, then I don't need to be in their presence. Don't try to change them. Don't try to convince the family you're worth loving and beg for their love. Remove yourself knowing that you are loved. That you love yourself, your higher power, that you love the new person that you've become, that the people that are in your life now, your recovery, sober friends, your good friends, your close friends, whatever aspect of life, they love you now for exactly who you are. And you got to own that. You got to honor and own that that's the person that you are and stop letting them drag you into your past. Again, like I said, using the little book, if your family and friends are not willing to turn the page and they want to keep crucifying you literally for what you used to do and who you used to be, they're no longer a person that should hold space in your life. Until they can move forward with you, maybe they can change, maybe they can forgive, but if they're going to keep seeing their time with you as an opportunity to beat you up, then you need to stop being a punching bag because you're not, okay? What do you think? Thumbs up, thumbs down? Elisa, peaceful is all I want. I've had perfect holidays when my son was little. Good memories. Stressful to be alone sometimes. That's good, Gina. Thanks. And happy Halloween. Hey, you guys, let's talk about, my daughter and I haven't talked for months. Here's Kelly. She's on the opiates and drinking and there's nothing I can do. Fran, I have a toxic relationship with my daughter who suffers from bipolar. I don't know how to balance. I feel guilty. No. Wow, you guys. Okay, so Elisa, Fran, Kelly, right now, and Jackie, everybody, I want you sending them love. You always lift me up, girl. I'm so glad, Elisa. I'm so glad I get to be that person for you. I want you to talk and to give each other advice about what do you do when you're alone. I know there was years I was alone. I know there was years that my family felt so toxic to me that I chose to separate myself from them. And it was lonely. And I understood that I had to do something to create a network for myself, to create love and support around me. I had to really push myself to build very integral relationships with friends. And I kept thinking friends just magically show up, like when you're a little kid and you go on the playground and everybody loves each other and you have all these friends. All of a sudden as an adult, it's not like that. You really have to make effort. You really have to go out of your way and say, I enjoyed our conversation so much, and I know we don't know each other, and I just met you, but can we hang out and grab some coffee? It could be that simple. The best friends I've made, and if my friend Jeannie ever watches this, she'll attest to this, but the best friends I've ever made, I've made at the gym. And it's such a random place because we're in there grunting and moaning. We're in there working out and sweating. We can't always have a lot of dialogue, but we're doing something and we feel joyful about it. Nah, I know that sounds crazy for all y'all that don't like to work out. Think, oh, hell no. Excuse me, Lord, am I allowed to say that? Hell no, we're not feeling joyous about working out, but that's church for me. That makes me happy. That gets my endorphins going, and it brings me such great joy. Well, people that like to work out feel that very same thing. So then we gravitate towards each other. And I have gone out of my way in the locker room, in the sauna, in the classroom or group classroom where we're doing our fitness to say, I have so much fun with you in class. I'd love to see you sometime outside of class. And I've done that over and over and over again for the past 20 years. And now when I look at my tightest, closest circle of friends, like my top 5 people, I've pretty much met all of them with the exception of maybe one or two, maybe not even, at the gym. So I'm saying to you, get outside of your comfort, get outside of your house, go to the things that make you happy, whether that's going to the theater or a play or a musical or walking your dogs and going to the dog park or going to the beach or going to a coffee shop routinely, hanging out at Starbucks every day. And if you notice the same people, strike up a conversation with them and create those friendships for yourself. Now, like I said, as we're getting older, they just won't fall in our lap. They're just not going to fall off, or go down the slide with us and swing with us, and all of a sudden we're best friends. So we got to put some effort there, right? Okay, tell me what you think about that, and if that's an area that you struggle with. I'm kind of talking there a little bit to, I think, Jackie and Elisa. So Kelly was talking about her daughter and Fran having a sister who suffer from bipolar and opiates and addiction. Hi, Julie. I'm glad you can catch us now. Everybody send love to Julie. She's still on the mend from serious concussion, right? That she had. Now I'm losing track of what happened to you, Julie, because it's been so long. Bumped her head, I think. Yes? Tell me if I got that right. So she's been struggling to come back from that. She's always been faithful in watching my lives. And now she can only take so much because it all kind of sounds scrambled to her. And then she'll messenger me later and let me know that she caught it and that she's doing okay. So I send her my love. So I want to go back before we get going too far here. Okay, Fran and Kelly. So we're talking about a sister and a daughter struggling with bipolar and opiates. Ouch, you guys. Yeah, ouch, Lisa, for Julie. Look, the estranged sibling, daughter, child. Okay, let me see if I can get them straight. Kelly has the daughter and Fran. Oh, you also have toxic relationship with your daughter. Sorry, I thought there was a sister in there from bipolar. Both have daughters. Listen, here's the truth. I wake up to it every morning. It freaks me out, but I tell myself this on a daily basis. I am truly powerless over my children. That doesn't mean I'm ignorant. That doesn't mean that I can't try to set boundaries and give them healthy guidelines. But at the point where they've now entered into some kind of adulthood, my daughter at 18, my son at 23, you are absolutely powerless. You are powerless over the choices that they make. You are powerless over their decisions. You continue to guide. You continue to hold them firmly as much as you can with whatever love and guidance you can. But truth be told is now they have taken it upon themselves to choose the path and direction of their life. And when there are substance use involved and there is a serious mental illness like bipolar disorder, then you are extremely powerless over those things as well. So in the program of Alcoholics Anonymous, Narcotics Anonymous, they teach you powerless over people, places, and things. You are powerless over your daughters, the places that they go, and the things that they do. Those are the 3 places. One thing you can fill up your heart with to give you the strength and the muscle to deal with being estranged and so much grief about having a child who's so lost, who's hurting desperately, and you as a parent would do anything to heal them, and to watch them be sick is the most painful thing. And illness of any type, whether it's addiction, whether it's their mental health, which addiction is a mental health issue as well. I want to say to you, I'm not minimizing it all. It is the worst thing that you could ask a parent to do. So you have to build your emotional muscles, whether that's getting coaching and guidance, whether that's going to Al-Anon, for the addict or the alcoholic, to learn how to let go and detach with love and not feel like you're drowning too, whether it's to go to NAMI, which is the National Association of Mental Health, of mental illness, who has support groups and guidance for families on how to deal with someone who has a mental illness, and prayer or spiritual work to help lift up your spirit, because that is the worst thing that you could go through. So I want everyone. Hi, Tanya. How are you? It's so good to see you. Natalie was on here earlier. I don't know if she still is, so say hi. She was going to go trick-or-treating. So what I want to say about that is, Fran, I know how painful and difficult it is. I know that watching a child suffer is the worst thing that, Fran and Kelly, that you could possibly go to. The powerlessness and feeling that powerlessness is the worst thing to ask a parent to go through. So you have to build your emotional muscles and your emotional support around letting go. And that's another expression in Alcoholics Anonymous is let go and let God. And also in Al-Anon is detach with love, you know, and it's learning how to detach from a person who's drowning, because they're going to drown you too. Whatever words of kindness or wisdom you want to share with Fran, I would love that. And with Kelly, with Elisa, who spoke earlier too. And just know that there's Al-Anon meetings in your areas. There's NAMI meetings in your area. You can look on the website, NAMI, and then Al-Anon, which I always spell wrong. I think it's ALANON. But I know this, that if you get the love and support for yourself and you stay strong and firm in your boundaries, you're doing the best thing for that loved one who is ill and who is suffering anyways, okay? And this is a place. We started this talk, and I know I'm way off subject now because I'm trying to address these dear women's concerns and hurt and pain around this very sensitive subject with their children. We were talking about the holidays. This is the worst time to have those kind of situations in the family. And those are the times that people afflicted want to try to show back up in your life. They want to try to show up at Thanksgiving loaded or off their medication and out of sorts and out of control with their emotions, and they want to dump that all over your Thanksgiving feast. And so you have to have those boundaries in place of what you're going to tolerate or not. I love you so much, but in this state of mind and in the frame of mind that you're in right now, it is not healthy for you to be here. And it causes me great distress, and I need to ask you to leave. And that's probably the hardest thing you would ever have to say to a child, right? So send love to the other mamas and fathers on this that are suffering. Fran, I have been there as well. That sounds good. Love listening to your show. Thanks, Astrid, Julie. Oh, Julie getting migraines and blurred vision. Send a lot of love to Julie while she's still healing. Fran, I had to be patient and try to love her where she is at. So true, Fran. Thank you for sharing that. And Diana needing help. Diana, keep listening on my lives here. I don't see anybody individually. I am happy to refer people to other therapists, maybe in your area. If you've been watching me, which you have for a long time, you guys know how strongly I advocate for a particular therapy called EMDR. EMDR. Look it up. There's international certified therapists all over the world who do EMDR, which is the best way to deal with any unresolved issue that you might have. Trauma, addiction, codependency, anxiety, anything that you're still suffering with that causes you heartache and that you can't seem to get past. It's a great tool for that. I'm simplifying it just so that you guys will kind of understand. And Diana's sharing that she's feeling really depressed. So Diana, remember that I'm doing this as a public service. I'm not acting as a therapist. So if you feel very, very depressed, I need you to call and go on to your insurance or local, call NAMI, N-A-M-I, which is National Association of Mental Health. Look up in your area the nearest therapist that you can go in and talk to. You can talk to a pastor, a coach, a priest, a life coach, a recovery coach. Find those resources for yourself. You can go see a physician and talk about the possibility of medication. It works for some people, not for everybody. Exercise, getting out of the house, walking, letting your friends know that you're suffering. And wow, my phone is dying, which is not good. So I understand that. And Diana, when you say things like that, then it is difficult, because normally I would call. I would need you to call. If you feel you're a danger to yourself at all, you need to call 911 in your area, okay? Because that is not safe, and I can't reach through this phone and rescue or save. I do give guidance. I've given you guidance on these lives for a long time, so please just take that in as hope and inspiration. I've suffered depression most of my probably adult life, which I've shared on here before and told you that I have to get up in the morning, I have to call people, I have to go to therapy, I have to exercise, I have to put the effort to feel better for myself. There's been no magic pill, no magic person that's walked into my life and saved me, and my heart really hurts for you right now, and I'm a little scared about that statement that you've just shared, and I'm a little concerned, because I always say on here, I'm doing this as a public service, okay? I can look you up, I can messenger you, Diana, and what I need you to know is there is always hope, even in the darkest hour. It is never a solution to give in and to let go and to harm ourselves or to take our own lives, because there's always a miracle that's possible and waiting to happen. There is no way that giving up your life is worth whatever pain that you're in. And I've said over and over again, call and get help and get a therapist. I am not here to act as a therapist, and it's not really fair to put me in that position, because I know I'm not available to do that. I'm very limited in doing that, and so I don't want to leave you hanging, and I don't want you to feel like you're not getting help. I'm just here to give you some guidance and direction, but I cannot save or rescue anyone, even in my nun outfit that I'm wearing tonight. Please know that. Please understand that. That is never my intent. I know my limitations as a human being, not only as a therapist, but as a human being who's doing these lives. You have to take it upon yourself. You have to believe that you deserve to get well and do whatever it takes to get well, instead of telling yourself that the option is to take yourself out. Because when you speak to yourself in that way, then you start to believe that it is an option, and then you want to execute that option. And is that not fair to you? That's not fair to anyone watching or listening right now that's now involved with you in your life and hearing you. And it's not fair to anybody in your life. You may think no one cares about you and that it wouldn't matter, but I guarantee you it is absolutely the most devastating thing that could ever happen to anyone that knows you or in your life. And I've had people take their lives that I've been in relationship with, and I've never been the same. It has always caused a scar. It has always remained as a stain on my heart, and a question that I could never answer. You deserve to live. You deserve to feel better. You deserve to heal. And depression freaking sucks. It's very hard for me to cuss in my nun outfit, but so does addiction, and so does anxiety, and so does bipolar. And all these people watching the show here with you tonight, many of them suffer those things and have loved ones who suffer those things, or have difficult developmental disease, or live with Asperger's or autism, where a lot of their functioning may be limited, a lot of their ability to express themselves. You're not alone in that, Diana. I want every single person here to send a message to Diana right now, to speak to her, to let her know that she's being heard, she's being seen. It isn't okay. It's better to show up in faith and keep reaching out for help. Here, on every person that you see on the internet that you experience as positive, go talk to a priest, a pastor, a counselor, go to a community shelter and a community center where they have free counseling. There are a lot of resources, and it is hard when you're the depressed person to pick up that phone. But damn it, pick up that phone, even if it's to call 911 and say, I want to harm myself. And maybe you need to go into a hospital. Maybe you need to check yourself in. Maybe you need to go into an emergency room and check yourself in so that you know that you can remain safe. The other thing you need to do, I love you too, my cousin, and congratulations on your pregnancy. I have a little cousin on there that's getting pregnant. I am so sorry, but I got I am very concerned about you, Diana, and so the conversation turned to her, and I want you, if you guys didn't hear or didn't see her comments, I want you to send her love because her depression is serious enough that she's had a very intense thought about harming herself, and that isn't okay, and I never would advocate for that in any way, shape, or form. But pick up a phone and call somebody, or pick up a friend and say, I am feeling like this. Trust me that I have called my friends and I have told them I feel suicidal. I'm not going to do it. So I need to hear that from you, Diana, that you're not going to do it, that you're going to make a commitment to all of us sitting here and watching this, that that's not your intention. I heard you say to me, you know that I'm right and that you believe me. I heard all that. I know you're right. So thank you for saying that. And I do believe that. And please asking for help. And what I want to say to you is, I've said over and over again, I'm not doing individual therapy with people. That's not what I'm here for. So everyone is sending you love right now. See, Nellie has depression and bipolar and PTSD. She's relapsed and been on a binge, and it's a hard week, Diana. Hugs, Diana. Trust us, it does get better. It always does get better, but you have to be willing. You have to be willing to hear the love coming towards you, accept the help, and believe in someone else. We're holding the hope for you. We believe that it's possible. Before you do. I know you maybe don't right now, but we believe it's possible for you. But you have got to make a commitment and pick up a phone to call someone and tell them how badly you are feeling right now. Mitchell's sending you a hug too. Elisa is, Nellie is, everybody's sending you love right now. I know this isn't what this was about, but this is everything that it's about. I started the talk tonight about how to walk into, stressful or peaceful holidays. How do we do that? How is it for you? It's real stressful for Diana right now, and she's not alone. Fran mentioned about stressors with her daughter, and so did Kelly. I mean, I hear you guys. You're all human. We all have these things going on at any given time. And for some of us, it gets heavier than others, and we don't know how to unload that burden. Diana, whatever's going on with you, Diana's saying she's sorry. You don't have to apologize. I want you to make a commitment. I am sad and I'm hurting, but I'm not going to harm myself. That's what I want to hear from you. You don't have to apologize. Hi, Mary. We're in a deep conversation right now, Mary. It is real deep right now, and it's real serious, and it's really, really important to me, Diana, to know that you are safe, okay? I said it again. I cannot save anyone. I cannot rescue anyone. I don't have that power. I am so absolutely powerless, but you do need to hold on, Diana, but make a commitment that you're not going to harm yourself and that you're going to pick up a phone and talk to somebody. So when I look you up, I can look you up on Facebook and see where you are. I don't know if you're in California, which means that I don't know what resources might be available for you, but I gave you some names of mental health resources that are throughout the United States. I won't. Okay. I won't. Trying. Okay. Diana's trying. So Diana, I'm assuming you're trying to stay and be here and be well and not harm yourself. That's what I'm assuming. So some of it might be a little bit of a language barrier because I think you're one of my Latina sisters, right? So me imagino, Diana, que hablas español, si es verdad. Y si no entiendes, bueno, you guys, give me 1 second with her. Todo lo que te quiero decir es que nunca es la idea nunca debe ser que alguien se tiene que quitar la vida o matarse uno por lo que estamos sintiendo, por los sentimientos. Los sentimientos todos los tenemos ser humanos. Hay muchas veces que nos sentimos sin gana y hay que siempre ponerle gana porque el espíritu tuyo es tremendo. Nosotros todos estamos aquí por una razón. Estamos aquí por el poder de Dios para iluminar en nosotros a ver en qué yo me voy a enfocar, porque es la razón que yo estoy aquí, en este mundo. Yo tengo que encontrar eso en mí, y en este momento no lo sientes. Si te sientes sola, bueno, es donde tienes que buscar ese apoyo. So I'm saying to Diana that, we all feel lost, and we all sometimes don't know what we're doing here on the planet, but it's for us to figure out and find our purpose on this planet, why we're still here. Why we're breathing, por qué estás respirando, por qué está aquí, porque todavía Tú tienes una razón porque estás en el mundo y es importante. Tú eres la única Diana de León en todo el mundo. No hay otra. No se puede y no puede ser intercambio. No te puedo quitar y representar y traer otra Diana que va a ser igual que tú. Tú tienes una razón que tu espíritu está aquí en este mundo. So, por favor, tienes que pedir ayuda, tienes que llamar a alguien, tienes que ir a ver a una consejera, tienes que decirle a familia o amigos, a alguien que esté en tu vida que tú estás sufriendo y que tú necesitas apoyo. You guys, I'm telling her she has to call a friend, she has to call a family, she has to tell people that she needs support and love, that she's suffering right now. Okay, Diana, please call somebody. Trust me, you're not alone. Okay? Onario is also saying to you that you're not alone. If anyone feels comfortable to go on Diana's page, reach out to her and send her messages after we end the live tonight. I think that would also really be helpful. And I'm going to send her message with whatever resources I have available too. And Diana, you can be helped. And it's not just me. There's a million therapists walking this planet like me who give up of themselves to help someone who's suffering and can show up for you in the way that you need somebody to show up for you, okay? So you all let me know. Elisa, I say the third step prayer. Take away my difficulties so that victory over them, my difficulties and have victory over them may bear witness to those I would help. Amen. I love that prayer. Okay, you guys, I'm going to have to close on the live. I'm meeting up with Fareed now. And I will send a message to Diana, but Diana, remember, I will not act as your therapist. That was never my intention on doing these lives. I'm here to give you suggestions and guidance that you will pick up, your little tools that I recommend to you, and take them with you and use them and implement them. If I love you too, Diana. If I share things with you and you don't utilize them and you don't put them into action, I can't do anything about that. I'm not having any impact in your life. Many of you have reached back to me and said, things that you told me hit me so strong. I remembered them. I wrote them down. I've been implementing them in my life, and it's making a huge difference. That's the only reason that I did this. That's the only reason I've ever done these lives and been doing them now for 2 years. I love each and every one of you. Elisa, Honoria. I need my glasses. And Mitchell. I love and respect all of you. I want you to be well. I want you to thrive. I want you to walk through your depression, your addiction, your codependency, everything with dignity. I want you to get on the other side of this pain. I want you to live joyous and free. I want you to embrace life and know that when you don't think you have a choice to end your life, like when I got cancer, there was no choice in that. I didn't care about my depression anymore and all the thoughts I had about having the right to take my own life in any way. When cancer came to me, it taught me that lesson of the value of, and when you don't have choice, it's the last thing you ever want to do. It is the most desperate act, and it's the most desperate thought and the most painful place in your life when you think you want to do that because you feel so lost. That I understand. And I was cured by that with cancer. So I'm going to pray and believe and hope for Diana that she can be cured of her depression as well too, and that's not a choice, Diana. That is not a choice that you should ever make, okay? I love you so much, Mary. Oh, you like my costume? Yeah, I'm a little nun here. I really feel like one tonight too. I feel like I'm really gonna have to go deep in prayer. I wish it for all of you too. I'm going to keep praying for you. I'm going to keep believing in all of our healing, every single one of us on this live. I thank you so much for staying with me, getting here on a busy night for Halloween. Please keep coming back. Please comment on my page. Please tell me topics that you want to talk about, resources that you might be interested or questions that you have. I'm really, really good about going back on here and checking and answering. And when I don't do it, you can always count on Fareed. And I think I might bring Fareed next time. I think I've mentioned a couple of times. I've been waiting all night for one particular... Hi, Jesus Valadez. I've been waiting for one person to get on. Remember the t-shirt concert? T-shirt contest? Thank you, Fran. Oh, thank you, Fran, so much. Thank you. Sublimal, you won the t-shirt contest. He went on there and posted like 10 different topics for me to choose from. And he's been very consistent and faithful in that. And so weeks ago we had the t-shirt contest. Well, he won it. So I'm going to reach out to him and let him know he gets an Ask Gina t-shirt. So God bless you all. Have the most amazing night. Yes, Fareed with his poems, who keeps hijacking my page with his poems. I enjoyed talking with you. Again, I am not acting as a therapist. I'm doing this as a public service. I'm asking that you, if you need help from a therapist, that you please reach out to one in your area, because that is not something that I can do at this point in my life. I've kind of ended my practice, and I'm doing things like this and teaching and educating so that I can reach more people, and in a way so that they don't have to pay for therapy and services, that I can do this as a public service. Okay, thank you all, and have a safe and wonderful Halloween, and I'll see you next Wednesday.